These are 3 tips to help you out with your spare shooting two-handed. Now before we get started, if you guys wouldn't mind subscribing to the channel, hit that red button, helps me out a lot. Like the video, make sure you stick around to the end. I'm gonna show some juicy secrets that I personally use to pick up more spares. Let's get into it. All right, so tip number 1, it's gonna be the type of bowling ball that you purchase. You want a ball that's gonna go as straight as humanly possible. Now these clear polys are okay, and what I'm coming to find is these are not the best spare ball. I think the ice, the Storm Ice, is gonna be the one that goes the straightest for us. If you're two-handed, then this is for two-handers. A lot of the concepts still apply to one-handers, but you want a ball that's gonna go straight as possible. I think the ice is the one. Do not, I repeat, do not get a mix. If you have a mix and you're a two-hander and you're using that for your spares at the moment, you're doing yourself a disservice. Because again, we want the ball to go as straight as possible. So tip number 1, the type of bowling ball that you use matters so much. Okay, so tip number 2, it's gonna be to have a spare shooting system. So this applies to both one and two-handers. This is a non-negotiable. You can't just get up there and go, oh, I'm just gonna stand here, look at the pin, and try to shoot it from all these different directions. That's just, spare shooting should be autopilot. You should know where to stand, where to look, and you just go. You practice to a point to where you can't miss, or your chances of missing are super, super low. I was taught to always just pick one target, and I'm gonna move my feet across the board. So when I was a one-hander, I used 20 as my target and I just moved my feet. So if we go from the 7 to the 4 to the 8 to the 5 to the 9 to the 6 to the 10 pin, there's about 2.5 to 3 boards in between. So that's how much you're gonna move with your feet with a fixed target on the lane. If we're using 20, for example, and I'm gonna end up sliding 35, and that's what picks up the 10 pin for me, throwing it dead straight, I'm gonna move anywhere from 2 to 3 boards to the right off of that using the same target and throwing it straight down that line. I should pick up the 6 pin, and then if I go another 2 to 3, that should be good for the 3 pin and the 9 pin, so on and so forth. So as you're crossing the lane, that's gonna be 2 to 3 boards in between each pin. So use that spare shooting system, develop it. Everyone does it a little different. That's just how I was taught, and that is the best way for me to shoot spares. And if you guys have noticed, I don't have spares just set for me to shoot right now. This is gonna be the case for most of you guys. So I'm gonna show you guys kind of how you wanna go about it if you wanna practice certain spares. You can shoot spares on a full rack. All the pins are there. You just need to be focused on what you're hitting and your alignment for the spare. So I'm gonna shoot a 7 pin here, and the game I like to play is if I hit the 2 pin on this shot, I'm gonna consider it a miss. It might pick it up when you're actually shooting the spare, but just for the sake of discipline and dialing in your spare shooting, play this game. Don't hit the 2 pin if you're gonna shoot the 7. Don't hit the 3 pin if you're gonna aim for the 10. It's right there, that's a spare. So tip number 2, have a rock solid spare shooting system.
Sorry to take you guys away from the video. Just want to thank this video sponsor, Ultra. The name of the game is Ultra. It's a healthy alternative to nicotine and caffeine. That's right, there's no caffeine in this stuff. It has paraxanthine, which is what your body converts caffeine into. So we're going straight to the source. Ultra provides quick energy, super smooth, kicks in 5 minutes. I recommend you keep it in there, in between your lip and your gums, between 30 minutes to an hour, and it should last for up to 1 to 2 hours. Clears brain fog, lifts mood, improves memory. That's what this guy needs. I need to improve memory. So Ultra pouches, you can take up to, they recommend up to 3 to 4 a day. You can take up to 6. Anything more than that may be a little excessive, but I'm usually good for just 1. It works quick. I'm here bowling a tournament today. I did have some caffeine earlier today, but if I start to crash a little bit, Ultra is definitely gonna be my go-to. It'll pick me up, lock in, focus, perform on the lanes. So if you guys are interested in Ultra pouches, head over to my link down in the description below, or use code Darren Tang for 15% off. You get up to 50% off total on your first Ultra pouch order. Now let's get back to the video.
Now tip number 3, and this is gonna be vital for all you two-handers out there. It's the same thing for one-handers, but it's a little harder for two-handers. And before we get into the tip number 3, here's one of my secrets. If you can shoot spares one-handed, I recommend you do it. I just do. You're gonna have a spare ball anyways. With your thumb in the ball, you can make the ball go way straighter. You don't wanna introduce more variables than necessary when you're shooting spares. To me, shooting spares is like shooting free throws. You execute your free throw every time, it's gonna go in the basket. You execute your spare shot, at least on the single pins, every time, you're gonna pick up every single spare. But that's if we don't introduce more variables. Now, being a two-hander, the rev rate is way higher. So now the patterns you're bowling on matters way more. So before I get into adjustments with different patterns, what's the goal? Get the ball to go as straight as possible. How do we do that? One, try to roll it end over end as much as possible. Get your hand up the back and roll it forward. If the ball is at 0 degrees of axis rotation, the only thing that could stop it or make it get offline is topography, which we can't see. So this is why number 2, this is more important. I think ball speed is the most important thing for two-handers. If you throw it fast enough to where your axis rotation doesn't change, directions and your balls go forward, everything's good. And this is something that I need to work on as well. I don't throw it very hard, and I struggle with the lane taking my ball sometimes. Like, I won't miss directionally, but my ball will hook, and that's a big problem. So I'm gonna shoot another 10 pin. I'm gonna try to avoid the 3 pin, try to get my hand over the back as much as possible and stay aggressive and firm. So even right there, that's what I don't really want to see. Before, when I was shooting spares one-handed, you wouldn't see my ball pick up and go into a roll. That is not what you want to see when you shoot spares. Right there, if you guys saw that one, once it saw friction down the lane, it started rolling forward. So that's the scary part, bowling two-handed, and not being able to throw it fast enough and not being able to roll it forward enough. Thankfully, I rolled it forward enough so everything stayed online. But when it picks up, that's the scariest thing, because now you're more prone to chopping things, you're prone to your ball changing directions, and that makes spares shooting a little bit harder because now you're introducing more variables. So again, if you can shoot spares one-handed, I definitely recommend it. If my timing wasn't so finicky, if I didn't have to put so much maintenance into my one-handed game, I would still be a one-handed spare shooter. But I switched because I realized it's just gonna be harder and harder for me to execute spares because I'm not practicing one-handed as much as I used to. Those are gonna be the 3 tips to becoming a better two-handed spares shooter. I hope this helped you out. Thanks for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know if you guys need some more help with other things in the sport of bowling. Thanks for watching.